Hello farmers and welcome back to Western Australia. Time to head on down to the store. I got a semi-trailer load of cane juice in the back. Really good time to sell cane juice. The price is actually dropping. I was going to wait. What the heck did I just run over? Made the trailer bounce like that. Best time to sell cane juice is now. The price is dropping. The sugar price is still going up, so we got to wait for that. But might as well go ahead and start selling the cane juice. Now, I pulled it on down here, and I did not check to see where I was going with it, though. Am I bringing it to Things Go Here? Is that what I called it? Seems like a lot of stuff seems to be going there. I wonder if I should not use that sell point only for... I think I put it down for the harvest tableware. But yeah, Things Go Here. That's where it's going. Overall, we should get maybe like about 80,000 once I get it all done. I got 116,000 liters to bring on down, and right now I got 50. So it's going to be 3 trips in total. I wonder if it's counting the liters that are in here. Let's go ahead and open up the side curtain so we can see. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of trips back and forth. So December is going to be me using diesel fuel in this truck, making the trips back and forth. But yeah, we're going to be bringing in a lot of cash today. And we will be buying the silo today. No sense of waiting for anything to happen with the silo. We're not going to get a deal on it. It's not going to come up for sale or anything like that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get it placed down and make the farmyard look a little bit more like a farmyard with a silo into it. Am I empty? Yes, we are empty. So okay, so I did count the cane juice that was in the trailer. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to have 2 more trips, 1 full trip and then 1 a little bit of a trip. And maybe I'll sell some sugar along with it because sugar. 405,000 liters. So that means 405 pallets I got to bring down. And at about 50 per, that's going to be 8 trips back and forth with the sugar. Now, I could put it on direct selling, but I only get 90% of the price. So, yeah, we need the money. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it on down. I have nothing else really to do today. I've already taken care of the sheep. They got a hay bale in their feed triggers, so they are good for a little while. It was mentioned on a couple of things in the past few episodes. One, maybe I should get a warehouse for the pallets, which is not a bad idea. I just got to figure out, do I want to do a warehouse like I had on Hinterland? So I auto loads them on in there. That might be the best option, honestly, so I don't have to keep driving in, trying to place them in. But I'm probably going to restrict how many pallets I can put in there, because once it gets around 250 and above, yeah, my PC didn't like it on Hinterland. Maybe different here, I'm not too sure. Another suggestion was someone else is doing, because they're playing on Western Australia as well. The islands with the trees on it, they cut down the trees, which is a really good idea. But I'm a kind of a farmer in Farming Sim. I like to see some trees around. I don't want to see a barren landscape. Yes, it's Western Australia. We're supposed to have big fields, so on and so forth. For now, it doesn't bother me too much that every once in a while my worker gets stuck on a tree, or I get stuck on a tree. I need some trees around. I don't want it to be completely no trees. I mean, there's not that many trees here to begin with. So I think I'll leave the trees there. But for others playing on Western Australia and didn't think about that, yeah, the comment was, I cut down the trees, no more problems in the fields with workers. So yeah, there's always that. So this morning we're just selling cane juice. I'm going to advance time till the sugar is at its best price. The price is still going up. And that will be it for December. Then we'll move on to January, where the grass field will be ready by that point. It is in the harvest stage right now, the first harvest stage. And luckily there's no crop destruction on grass, because I'm going to do a shortcut here. I'm going to be making a lot of fast trips back and forth. I got to remember off camera, I cannot cut through diagonally around the field, because now I own that field at the corner. So I'll be destroying my own crops at that point, and I don't want to be doing that. Kind of hoping I could fit more of these pallets in here, but I get what I get. So I'll load this up, and I'll try to show every selling that I do today. with sugar and the cane juice. But once we get done with the cane juice, we should almost have enough money to go ahead and buy. Why is that not spawning over here? Did I not have that on spawning over here? Thought I already changed that. Let's see. Cane juice, spawning. Okay, we're going to change that back to storing. And the sugar over here, we're going to put that back on to spawning. All right, over here, cane juice. I got that in distributing. Ugh. I hope nothing has taken the cane juice. Not that it matters, but spawning and sugar should be on storing. Or that cane juice should be coming out there very soon. There it is. So, yeah, let's get this cane juice sold. And as I said, when I come back to get the third load of cane juice, if I got any room left over, which I should, I'm going to start loading up some sugar because that's a lot of pallets. Well, I thought, you know what? I can cram all of these cane juice pallets into there. So I picked up the last 12, chucked them into the back of the trailer. And every once in a while, I don't know if you just saw it there, my trailer did a bouncy bounce. Not too sure what I'm hitting there. But as long as it doesn't make me go flying. Now, the one thing about overloading the semi-trailer is, well, even this truck with its massive engine with I think we got 750 horsepower, somewhere in there. I can't even get close to the top speed, which is probably a good thing. The way my trailer keeps bouncing up and down. Actually, it might be the extra pallets in the back, but it did it on the way down the first time. Yeah, I don't mind hitting the sign there. I was worried about tipping over with all the extra weight I got in here. So I actually got about 64 pallets in here. It's only registering 54. Actually, if I were to... Okay, 68 pallets. I restrapped them. I didn't think I had to strap them in because, well, they're inside the trailer itself. All right, let's go ahead and we'll uncrate that. Now, some are probably not going to sell because they're not upright. And I'm not going to get the total all-in-one, I don't think. We'll get the majority of it, though. And 400,000, please. Yes, that's enough for our silo. Just enough, actually. All right, I need to... Oh, that one uprighted itself. And we'll upright that one. Beautiful, beautiful cane juice. Which on Hills of Tuscany we use to make Total Mix rations. But here, no, we're not doing that. We're just going and selling that all the way. So that's all the cane juice sold, 403. Well, I hope I can afford to put down the silo. You never know, there might be some landscaping fees I gotta add. But I'll see you back at the farm, and time to grab ourselves a nice, decent silo. Now, even if we don't have just enough cash, no worries. Just remember, we got that sugar later on to sell. Oh yeah, and I didn't notice it when I slipped over from the previous month to December here. But we did get new batches of chickens and ducks. Of course, now that I'm looking for a chick or a duckling running around. Oh, there's a little chick. You all right there, little fella? He's exploring the world is what he's doing. Maybe he's looking for insects. Hopefully that's what they're doing. Anywho, let's get over to here. And let's go into construction mode. It's silos, and we're going to scroll on down. And as I said, Hudson wants the brand new silo, but we don't want the shed because we got tipping a trailer. Just trying to line it up with the entryway, I guess. All right, we got ourselves a silo. And we should be able to store plenty of grain. I can't remember, as I said, there was a building here when you start on Western Australia. Of course, I deleted everything that was on this farmyard so we can build our own. Don't remember what was here, but this is like almost perfect for it. I don't know if this is where the silo was. But now we can store our grain, one for the chickens and ducklings, or chickens and ducks. And then, of course, we can sell the grain at the best time, instead of just selling it as is, because we had no place to put it at all. Do I want to concrete around here? I mean, or am I going with... Oh, looks like there's actually the gravel. I may have been putting concrete into places. I have been putting concrete. Well, we can change that. We can definitely change that. If I go to landscaping, painting... do I even have... forest ground, grass, dry grass, rock, granite? I don't even have that option. I mean, that's that rock. That's that rock. That says dry grass. I mean, that's dirt. That's more dirt. That says asphalt. That looks like concrete. And that's animal mud. So I don't even have the option of what originally was here, which is kind of like gravel. Interesting. Let me know if there's a mod that adds... I don't know if there is... that can add more painting options. But I think it's got to be part of the mod map itself. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go with... I mean, I could just change everything over to concrete if I wanted to, or to dirt, but I think concrete would probably be the better option moving forward. So big purchase number 1 is done. The next purchase is the header for the combine, which is 200 grand. Let's just double check on that, but I think it's 200 grand, maybe even more than that. Okay, it's 213, just basically the way it is. 213 is what we need, but yeah, I think we got enough in sugar, do we not? I think I did the math on that. Sugar, well, 213. If I sell it at the max price, 524. So let's go ahead and we'll advance time throughout the day. I hope it's not going to be at nighttime. If it is, maybe I'll just show myself selling the first load and last load or something like that. Because driving around at night is going to kind of not be a great view for everyone. So $5.98. Let's hope that price keeps on going up. Oh yeah, meanwhile, what's in... I don't really want to buy anything used. And I said, oh yeah, Hudson doesn't want anything used. But I think someone did mention, I bought the grain trailer. I think it's the one that's holding our sugarcane currently. I bought that used. I know I bought the forage wagon used. Sugar, where are you, sugar? 501 and going up. Hopefully it goes up a little bit more. And that might be it currently. So the main things I don't want to be buying are tractors, harvesters, stuff like that used, and working implements, meaning like drills, like the header, stuff like that. Sugar 503, slowly going up. I'm not sure I'm going to get to 524 at all. But I'll see when the price is good, and I'll see it down at the store, and we'll see what we're actually getting for it. I also, just got to remember, this does not include our environmental score bonus, which currently is sitting at 10%. So even at that price, 10% of that's $21,000. So yeah, we should be fine. 505 and climbing. 6 a.m. in January, and the sugar price has peaked. I'll show you the price in just a moment. Even with 40 pallets of sugar, my trailer still will bounce now and then. And I won't be a bit surprised with the amount of trips I gotta make down here today if I don't happen to bounce and land in one. There it goes again. And it lands in one of my fields, and we get crop destruction. We are at minus 5,500, but no big deal. We had to make our loan payments at midnight, and I'm trying to destroy that Corgi food sign, honestly. One thing I do know, though, the sugar is not going to Things Go Here. It's going to the Corgi selling station, which should be right through that hub area, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure I got that correct. I got to show you this price anyways. 536. Yeah, so I should get 241,000 plus our 10%, so 24,000. So I should get around 260,000. So basically, somewhere around 250,000 where we'll be once we get done selling everything. So as I said, let's see, I got 40 pallets on here, no more, no less. And sugar, yeah, I'm going to be making 11 full trips and then a 12th trip. So it's going to be a moment. So I'm just going to show, I thought about doing a time lapse. I thought when I started this video, I was like, yeah, I'll just do a time lapse of me selling all the sugar. But honestly, that's a lot of trips. And I can't even see the sugar being sold. I can barely see it. But first off, that gets us above, our head above the water, meaning for money. There we go. Perfect. So one load done. One thing I haven't done, and I gotta stop doing this, a tanker and a skid steer. Nothing that we currently need. Our wheat field is ready for harvest, so we could be getting to that this episode. I gotta see how long it's gonna take me to sell the sugar. But if I go over to here, yeah, our wheat field is ready for harvest. And then, of course, our oats and soybean are going to be just a little bit longer. And our sugar cane is going to be a little bit longer. And our grass field is ready. Oh, yeah. Do I even want to know how we doing here? 50% over. This piece of property right here, I had a good price about a year and a half ago or 2 years ago in game. And it's been kind of sitting between 35 and 50% over since then. Alright, well, I'm going to keep it at real time so you can see how long it takes me to sell all this sugar. It's 5 minutes before 6 a.m. And I'll leave it at real time here. But like I said, when I come back, we should be somewhere around $250,000 in the bank account. But then we're going to go ahead and spend it on that header. And here I am, 55 minutes later. Got 10 more pallets to bring on down to the sell point, but we are at 254,000 currently. Right now I'm just swinging into our production building over here. I'm going to grab these pallets that have been sitting out here for quite a while. Everything in this production building, I do believe, is on selling directly, so we'll clear that out. And also I'm going to grab some wool over at the sheep's pen, which, by the way, the sheep are just killing it with the wool. I should start selling some of the male sheep, the rams, but I won't do it until the end of the month. Because basically, the way the reproduction goes is at midnight, right? So if I sell them during the day, that means I don't have a full sheep pen throughout the day and they're not producing wool. So I may as well sell them like before I go to bed. And that way we don't lose as much production on the wool. Speaking of wool, there it all is. I'll probably drop it off in the spinnery. And then I will sell the rest. Let's go ahead and cover that up. Let's see, where should the wool be going here? Let's see, wool should be going to Things Go Here. No surprise. Maybe I'll just put it in all in the same spot. What's the price difference? Where's the price difference of wool? There we go. 901, 928. Well, that is quite a big difference. But sugar is the main thing. So we'll just sell it all in the same spot. Not that big of a deal. Traffic has been fun. Bouncing around in the trailer is interesting. It's when on the way down to the store is when I'll bounce. On the way back, it does not. So I'm not really sure what's making it do that. But so far, I haven't bounced into a field. I have bounced into the field just to our right. That's happened. But that was because I nicked a car, like that van almost clipped. Luckily, I got the telephone poles on the left-hand side, which is where one of our fields are. So we definitely have enough money to buy the header for the combine, and we will be getting it today because our wheat field is all set. Might as well go ahead and start harvesting it while we can. Now, when I first start harvesting the field, I'm probably going to have the forage wagon follow behind us and to pick up the straw so we can put it into the compost silo. It will compact and get some more compost out of it. And then I'll start making some straw bales. We'll keep some of the straw bales for the tableware production, but mostly we'll just be selling the straw later on in the season. And if you saw my video a couple days ago, actually it's been a while now, almost a full week, that in FS22 leaving bales out from underneath the shed may not be the best idea anymore moving forward. Alright, so the trigger for the wool should be here somewhere. Yep, there goes the wool. That'll fill up our spinnery. Let's go sell the rest of what we got here. So all the sugar is being put back on distribute. Trying to see inside the building here. Okay, so it's not taking the production building material. So maybe that's why I put down this sell everything mod as well. I thought I sold stuff there before, but I guess not. So we'll spin around here. And this can go right into here. A little bit of extra cash, never hurt anyone. Sells rather slowly, too. 283. So after we get this header, which we're going to get here in just a second, I was thinking about maybe starting paying off one of the loans. Probably the one that's closest to being paid off. That way, just eliminates one of them. Well, let's go into the store. Headers. And not going to configure anything to this. Just going to get it as is. Unless something is free. Crop dividers. Well, these are only like $2.50. Canola knives. I think crop dividers would be a good one to have. That way I can see the edge of the header as I'm going around. That'd be good. Yeah, no, height control. I don't know if that really helps or not. That's 7,000. Well, you know what? We got the money, and I want to configure it later on. I know I'm spending money where I probably shouldn't right now. So that's 221. All right. Perfect. That leaves us with 65. What is our loan situation looking like here? So, yeah, looking at this one right here, that'd be my better option to throw some money at that. But I still need like 22 grand per month. All right, so I mean, I got the rest of the month to still think about what I want to do with the money. I could sell some more wool, and let's see, is there anything else I could be selling? Oh, tableware, but tableware's got to be terrible this time of year. I think we're at the wrong end of the year for tableware products. Where is tableware? Harvest tableware. 102,000 should be sold in June. 2117, 1422. Yeah, definitely want to wait until June if we can. And everything else is fine where it is currently. Everything else is stuff that we keep. Sugarcane, I do need to get back to the farm. And we need to grab that trailer and start putting sugarcane back into the production buildings. They are getting rather low. No worries, we got plenty in storage. But I have one more trip to make down to the store here. And that's to grab our header. I just got to find where the header trailer is. It's somewhere back at the farm. But I think we'll take care of the sugarcane first, because I don't want to put that in the back burner and forget about it. We got to keep that sugar production ongoing. So we'll park the Crone trailer right up here by the sheep where it needs to go. That's for collecting all the wool. Make sure I park way over here. All right, that is dropped off. Now we got to just go grab our grain trailer, which already has sugar cane in it. But we need to top those factories off. It's not going to take all the sugar cane that we have in storage, but, well, it might. It actually might. I think I can get 300,000 liters apiece in each factory. I think that's how much down we are. Yeah, so this field to our right here, this cotton field that I'm driving through, I'm surprised that price has not dropped at all at any time, but I would like that field to be our sugarcane field next year. Actually, that field looks, like I said, looks like it's bigger than the one that we currently have. Have I done a field comparison, which I can do with the precision farming? If I go to farmland, that's 6.44 hectares. And this is, yeah, so it's a bigger field. But the yield isn't as good. Expected yield is 99% compared to 114% with the soil types. So even though it's a bigger field, the yield is down quite a bit. So maybe about the same amount of sugarcane that we'll get off that field. And yes, that is sugarcane in that silo bunker, although it's showing as cut sugar beet. I got to make sure that this is on tip side back. Nope, we want that on the slotting floor. We can turn the beacons off here. Had to do this anyways because we definitely need this trailer for unloading our combine. Yeah, looks like we'll have to get to the wheat harvest next episode. I'll probably get some of the grass field done at the same time in between episodes. Yep, sugarcane is going in. Yeah, it's kind of weird that the... oh, my truck just disappeared there for a second. Yeah, even though sugarcane goes here, when it's in the building, it shows as sugar beet. Yeah, I think these are reversed, but when it comes out, it's sugarcane once again. It's a magical silo. Right, I gotta change the way that tips. Want it on slotting floor. So we'll definitely top off these both here. That'll free up our silo building. So let me go ahead and get this done, and we'll I just can't wait to drive back down to the store again, but at least this time we'll be in a tractor, and it'll be to grab our header. You know what I just realized, though? I have no way to pick up the header. I'm going to have to bring the combine down to pick up the header to get it onto the trailer. Or I can ask the people at the store if they have like a forklift or something, and we can somehow manage it onto the trailer itself. I'll phone on down and see if we can do something like that. Well, the store is waiting for me. They actually have a combine down there that is already attached to the header. Yeah, you gotta attach the rear of the trailer, header trailer, from inside of a combine to the header before you drop it on down. So a forklift wouldn't have done it. No. I want you to slide it, please. Thank you very much. All right, so we got some sugar cane back in here. This one should be going up, which it is. And this one's about half full. I can continue that on later on, but just want to make sure I got some in there. Don't want these running out. These need to be running 24/7, 365 days a year. We got the material to do so. And we still got plenty in storage, but the pile is getting smaller and smaller. All right, let that fill up. Let's tab over to... Well, first off, where is the... Oh, there's the trailer right there. All right, let's grab... I mean, either one would be fine, the case or the Massey. And the Massey was in my line of sight, so that's what I'm grabbing. Wonder if I can grab the trailer itself at this angle. Don't think so, but I could be surprised. Let's not run over the toolbox. Nope, too much of an angle. Alright, just move that fertilizer spreader. Actually, I got room back there just to slide it on back. Should have done that to begin with. Sneak it on out of there. Yeah, I really don't have a place to park the header, but yeah, maybe time to buy some sheds here in the near future. Although, like I said, I would like to pay off these loans if I could. But right now, I'm not going to really have a whole bunch to sell basically until June, like for another 5 or 6 months, and that'll be the tableware. And, of course, the straw and all the grain that we're going to harvest. The wheat we're going to keep. The oats will sell. The soybean will sell whenever the best time is here in Western Australia. So probably hanging on to that for a little while. Or I could just hang on to the money, actually buy some stuff, because it seems like we're doing well enough to be able to have enough money in the bank account to keep paying off the loan payment. We are selling stuff by the hour, from selling pickles and ketchup and apple juice, all that stuff from that production building. That's on direct selling. And of course, as we know, the cane juice seems to have more than a couple of good times to be selling that. Sugar, yeah, we'll have to hold on to that until... I mean, it's there if we desperately need money, but I think the farm is not really in desperate need of money. I mean, it wouldn't hurt to have it, because I can start buying a whole bunch of things that I do want to have on the farm. But currently, yeah, we're slowly progressing there. I mean, big steps today. I mean, we got the silo down. That was a big expense. Do I need one that big? I don't. But moving forward after I leave here, Hudson definitely will. Holding over 1.5 million. Actually, I think it's 1.8 million that will hold, which is way more than I expect to harvest. But you never know, because I kind of want to run this series until November, when 25 comes on out. Although it will be a lot of big jobs when we get to the end. So we'll see how it goes. I remember at the end of Oceanside Forest, when I was doing that, the big fields, it could take me a couple of hours to harvest just one field. Alright, so the angle of the header trailer is that way. So it's been a moment, but hopefully I can remember exactly how this goes. But that's going to need to go somewhere like right about there. Alright, now I need to spin around. And I'll put this somewhere in that general vicinity. So they got a Claas harvester down here. And that should attach some... Whoop. Okay, so the back of the header trailer goes there. And now I just need to back up to the header. And somewhere like right about... okay, somewhere. There it is. And I probably should back up the Claas. I don't want to be scratching their harvester that maybe someone bought. Or it's just a showcase harvester of some sorts, I don't know. All right. May not look like a huge header, but it is a 60-footer. I think it's 18.3 meters for those of you who use me. Does it actually say it in the sales page? Where I can go right on down here, headers, 18.3 meter. So, I actually remember the number. So that's pretty impressive. Anywho, let's get this back to the farm. And we can get ready to set to use it for next time. If I can get down the road with it. No beacon on the back, apparently. Well, we'll be okay. I can trust the traffic here, unlike I can trust the traffic of Hills of Tuscany. So I'm thinking a nice big open shed for this header in the near future. I can also park things like the semi-trailer possibly in there as well. Yeah, we just don't have a place for it. As where I'm going to put it, well, the grass field. The grass field is where we're going to be expanding on the farmyard. Don't really have a whole bunch more room here. Now, I'm also thinking in the future as well, creating a road or a passageway so I can kind of shoot straight in. Oh, this one looks like I have to back into. I thought it was going to be like more of a drive-through. The trigger still may be here. Actually, can I see the trigger? Well, I can see the triggers appearing for the greenhouses, but I don't see the trigger for the silo at all. Well, we'll figure it out. I mean, harvest time will be next episode. But anyways, yeah, definitely want to like have a road maybe just coming around through here. And we'll flatten that out and we'll loop it around and maybe reconnect it to somewhere over in here. Have it loop around. Since no more stuff will be spawning here because this is on direct sell. So we can have that loop around if that makes it easier. But we'll see the first time I go to unload into this silo. If I just got to back up to it, then I really don't need to be making a pathway around there at all. But as for like the sheds, we'll have a road coming in through here. And we can place some sheds all throughout this part of the grass field here for more equipment to come. Because we are going to be getting much bigger stuff here in, I was going to say the near future, but probably not the near future. So, as for the chickens, how are they doing on the food? Yeah, they ended up with plenty of food. I think selling those chickens and ducks a few months ago with the adult ones that we originally bought helped us on out. But now they can do whatever they please because we're going to have plenty of wheat for them. That's for darn sure. I kind of forgot, how many can this pen hold? 1,100. That's quite a bit. So we're probably going to need every bit of that wheat moving forward. But yeah, anyways, a big day. That's why sometimes I said, you know, all I got to do is just sell things next month. It may seem like it's a simple job, but it took me an hour just to sell the sugar alone. But without that, we wouldn't have the silo or the header for the combine. Some very, very, like I said, big purchases for us today. So moving forward, yeah, we'll have to see how the money goes and what I decide to do with it. Like I said, don't really want to be buying stuff from the used section too much. But yeah, maybe just let the loans pay themselves out or I throw some money at them. But, you know, buying more land, that cotton field over there, if the price is good, I think I can get it as low as $350, but I think it usually just sells for an average like $400,000. But we don't have that money yet. But we will have that in about 6 months or so because we will have some silage, which I got to get to making here very soon. But harvesting next episode as well. And like I said, got to get some straw put into our compost bin over here. We can compact that. Make sure these are up and running. Oh, I should check because I haven't really looked at it too much. Maybe I have. How are we doing on the fertilizer? Okay, it's about halfway through. That is getting low. That doesn't need it. The greenhouses, that's looking okay. Not the greenhouses, the orchards. Those two are looking good. And then there's two more. Where are they? There they are. All right, so the fruit and vegetable fertilizer, that is looking good. Compost is looking pretty good as well. So I think we're sitting good. So I'm probably going to try to get some of the, at least the mowing done and maybe some of the silage done in that grass field. And, oh, that's right. I can't do one. I can't do both at the same time. I was like, yeah, while I'm doing silage bales, I get the harvesting done. But as I'm doing harvesting, I want to make the straw bales at the same time. I only got one baler. Something to think about in the future. But anyways, if you made this far in the video and you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. Helps out the channel and the video more than you know. Also lets me know that you enjoyed seeing the content that you saw here today. And also while you're down there, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, might want to think about doing that also, so you can see more content like this. But anyways, that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Western Australia. But until then, have a good one.